say that to the whole entire world. Don't be disrespectful.
You ruin your life, by the way.
She says, don't be disrespectful. So what would she characterize as being disrespectful? Because clearly racism is not disrespectful. So what would be disrespectful then? I'm curious. Quite frankly, I think it's disrespectful to be talking like this around the Cinnabons. I ain't never had a problem with, I have a problem after, you know what I mean? Like maybe an hour or two after Cinnabon, but this kind of static while you waiting for that sweet cream? This ain't it. Welcome to Racist of the Week. I'm Reese Waters. This is where we expose the stupidity and hypocrisy of discrimination in hopes we can build a more perfect union. And also laugh. As usual, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Racism. And of course, if you have any nominees, you can drop them in the comments. You can email me at admin@reesewaters.com. Now, no sooner did I finish my video on the assault that was lobbied from right here in Washington, D.C., this administration over at the Somalis in Minnesota.
We're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain. And from where they came from, they got nothing.
No sooner did I finish that video and I see this. Cinnabon worker fired after viral video shows her calling Somali customers racial slurs. A Cinnabon employee at Bay Park Square Mall at Ashwaubenon, Wisconsin was discharged after shocking video circulated on social media. In the video, one can see the employee being very racist, disrespectfully referring to customers with derogatory terms for Muslims at the counter. Does that say shocking video? Who's shocked? Who's shocked? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody shocked? Huh? Nobody? Nobody! I didn't think so. It's kind of hard to beat the allegations when it comes immediately on the heels of the president's rhetoric. By the way, too bad we didn't get a camera pan on all those people clapping in the room as he called them garbage, knowing he's empowering exactly that. The video, initially posted on X and now circulating on other platforms, shows an argument between a restaurant staff worker and a couple from Somalia who are attempting to place their order. According to the accompanying description on the video page, the argument turned sour when the staff member made fun of the hijab on the female member of the couple. As the couple began recording with their phone, this person appeared more aggressive and expressed racism by saying they are racist and started to use ends, and then made an obscene gesture by flipping them off with both middle fingers. Well, let's check out Maga's finest, shall we?
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I am racist.
So idiot, for
And
real.
you are an
Well, okay, so we're starting with I am racist and you are an N. Now, here's the thing. And I also see the caption, never seen a Karen be so happily racist. Well, here's the thing about being happily racist, and especially admitting as such. Once you see that you're racist, your opinion has no relevance or validity after that. I'm a racist. Here's what I think. We already know what you think. You said that you're racist. So we're good on any thoughts that you may have after that. You've given us all of the information. And far be it for me to give any credit to people that even dabble in that particular pool, but at least in the far regions of the right-wing blogosphere, they'll at least try and stretch and bend statistics in order to be racist without ceding that they are racist. Here's the other thing about just ceding and admitting that you're racist is you also have resigned yourself from any sort of arguments or discussion about actual white supremacy and superiority.
He's right, you know.
Admitting that you are racist and then trying to give me your opinion is as pointless as a blind person walking into Marshall's. That's exactly what that's like. Don't you think you should give a warning or a disclaimer? Because you just talked about a blind person walking into, that's dangerous. I mean, even you can't make it through Marshall's without tripping, and you got whole glasses on.
And I'll say that to the whole entire world. Don't be disrespectful.
You ruin your life, by the way.
Here's what's interesting. I am racist. She's already dropped ends. She says, don't be disrespectful. So what would she characterize as being disrespectful? Because clearly racism is not disrespectful. So what would be disrespectful then? I'm curious. Quite frankly, I think it's disrespectful to be talking like this around the Cinnabons. I ain't never had a problem. I have a problem after, you know what I mean? Like maybe an hour or two after Cinnabon, but this kind of static while you waiting for that sweet cream? This ain't it.
No. Hell no.
Respect? You're talking about respect? You are fired from this place, motherfucker. You're not gonna be working here.
Suck it.
Suck what? Look how you can look like.
Did she really just do the whole DX? She did the whole DX chop. Wow. That's interesting. She hasn't matured in 20 years. I should have known that from everything that I watched earlier, but wow, that is cringe. Have fun with that, Magas. Have fun with that. You think y'all can put that on a flag or a t-shirt?
Something ain't right.
What's wrong with you?
What the f is wrong with you, you f***ing ugly bitch? Get the f out of my face.
Talking about ugliness?
Did I stutter?
You
Several times, but that's to be expected from somebody that does a DX chop in 2025. And then you go with the, you calling her a B and you're calling her ugly and you use profanity, whereas you had earlier said, don't be disrespectful. I would just love to know and sit her down and ask her, like, what is disrespectful to her? I don't have to call that disrespectful. I just want to set a level. You know what I mean? I just want to set a level for exactly what is disrespectful, because we got ends, we got I am racist, we got calling her a B, you got a DX suck it chop, all around the Cinnabons. So, you know, I would love to know what would be considered. Oh, because it came from a white person, then it can't be. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
No,
My mother said she found it in your closet.
I don't know. One of the guys must
Must have what?
Look, Dad, it's
Where
not.
did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me. Who taught you how to do this stuff?
you are right.
We got a response from Cinnabon. We've seen the disturbing video from the Cinnabon Bakery in Ashwaubenon, Wisconsin, and we do not condone this behavior. The former employee was immediately terminated by the franchise owner. Their actions do not reflect our values or the welcoming experience every guest deserves. Well, at least she... Come again?
Huh?
What?
You lie, Cinnabon. She posted on her TikTok account 3 hours ago, 1 hour after you had this post, clearly still working there. Screenshots with date and time plus video.
Listen here, Karen. I don't know about you. I don't know where you're at if you forgot this, but this cinnamon bun roll cold brew be looking delish. And yes.
If she not fired for the racism, she got to be fired for butchering that script. What'd she say? Did I stutter? That's mostly what you do. Cinnabon. You know what I mean? What y'all standing on? Well, you should have at least told her not to post on social media if you wanted to fake a firing.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Oh, it gets worse. Believe me.
A few moments later.
She's not only racist, but a criminal and a crackhead. No way. Not a crackhead. Man. And here it was. I just was right here talking about Mark Levin calling Megyn Kelly a crackpot. We back in crack.
Stop it. Get some help.
She was booked in Erie County, Ohio for endangering children. See, key details from public records, charges, endangering children, 3 counts, which covers creating substantial risk to a child's health or safety through reckless acts, operating a vehicle impaired with 3 minors present in the vehicle, and possession of tree and paraphernalia with a $4,000 bond. Well, I mean, really, honestly, and the way you be looking and those booking photos, I don't think you wanted no smoke. I can't even see what the Somalis look like that you were speaking to, but you better hope they aren't the menace you claim they are. We've had this conversation before. You want to charge criminality, right? You want to charge they're out of control and violent, but you would only behave in the way you're behaving if that was in fact not the case. You better hope you're wrong. Oh, speaking of wrong, here come the Magas. Now, granted, if we have seen Magas trying to run interference for Epstein, we've seen Magas trying to run interference for the Texans that ran down to Haiti. They'll run interference for this. If some white patrons came in and were nasty to a worker of color, and the worker of color, out of frustration, called them crackers, you would be defending said worker of color. Hypocrite. Now, why is the presumption that she was being harassed? We've seen no evidence of that. She didn't even say that in the video. We get the framing from the right wing, and believe me, if you want to see how the right wing can try and spin a narrative, look no further than the Sydney Sweeney episode or the Toronto Park episode. We know you can spin a narrative. There's zero evidence to that. What we definitely have evidence of is her admitting that she's in fact racist. That's where you messed up. That's where you messed up, because you went headlong into a defense of somebody who admitted that she is in fact racist. So why would you believe the person that is seeding their bias at the door? What would make you do that?
Why are you the way that you are?
Trump, you want to weigh in here?
Somalians ripped off that state for billions of dollars. Billions.
Add her to the millions of African Americans who have driven their car after a joint with their kids on board. All right, MAGA. Now, how you want to do this? Because you want to cast aspersions on us, but then when we have you in 4K, dropping ends, saying you're racist, zero evidence to what you claim to mitigate the thing, which you wouldn't necessarily need because you said you're racist. And now you want to do whataboutism. So do you also want to throw her away, or you want to use that to defend her while still demonizing the people that do the exact same thing that she did? How you want to play it? Just let us know. Just let us know.
Well, we're waiting.
So should she be paid thousands too? Paid thousands?
Hell no!
Smart way to get her Christmas fund up. MAGA loves to donate when racists get fired. MAGA will make her a millionaire in a matter of hours. She probably couldn't wait to go viral after becoming a hate monger because she knows Yahtzees will rescue her from this minimum wage job. Now that's true. That is true. That is true. I will give them that. We have already discussed just how low the bar is to rise in the ranks of MAGAdom. Lily Gaddis learned that the only thing you need is to, in fact, be racist and get documentation of being racist. In this instance, there's an actual object of her racism. So it ended up going poorly for Lily Gaddis. Has she been able to wash that off her face yet? Is she still? It's still streaks and remnants. Yeah, I look like that. Well, you know, that's how that goes.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
She was reaching back for taunts from the 90s. That's how deep into her bag she got just to say whatever she could. Maybe this was the grift. Maybe this was the grift. No. MAGA can't be that dumb. Ain't no way MAGA that dumb.
No, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Breaking, the woman who Cinnabon fired for unleashing on Somalis in the store raises a whopping $54,000 and counting, likely matching or exceeding her yearly income at the store. Welcome to an America where people are done with it all. The left did this. They are that dumb. They are that dumb. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I gave them way too much credit. Even after the defenses of the woman who admitted that she was racist, like at the beginning, now we're giving money to people that ceded that they're racist. And then had the nerve to say the left did this. You mean show up to the Cinnabon counter? You mean patronize your store? Is that what you mean? Yeah, they what I say in that Sydney Sweeney video, go MAGA, go broke. This why they stay broke. With your broke ass. And then have the nerve to line up and talk about how we've been abandoned. You abandoned the working class. This is how you spend your money. This is how you spend your money. Thank you. She is better off. But you know who's not better off? You and all the people that gave to that fundraiser. You are not better off. You are in fact worse off. Not only because you have outed yourself for just supporting blind naked racism, but literally out of money for it. You hate to see it. But more than that, you love to see it. Stand with Crystal. Meet Crystal. Hardworking white mom doing her job at Cinnabon. She couldn't even be a hardworking mom. She couldn't even be a hardworking mom. She got to be a white mom. She got to we real thick. Do you think they had white mom on the first draft and they had to go in and just really like, it might not be clear to some people. They might think she passing. White mom, hardworking. You got that photo of her? Hey, no, take down that photo of her driving. Take down that photo of her driving. We don't want that. Put the Cinnabon one. 2 Somali customers decide to make her shift hell with intimidation. Was it the hijab? Or was it their complexion? It was their complexion was intimidating to her? Yeah. That's what I thought. Instead of banning the offenders and backing their employees, Cinnabon fires Crystal to keep the nons happy. Now, I can only guess that nons means non-white. So, Black MAGA, this is where I would I would like for you to weigh in here and define to me what nons mean and how you would characterize yourself. I would also love your stance on, yes, I'm racist and dropping N's just out the gate. I would love your stance in defense of all of this, Black Maga. Ooh.
You know what look at my African American over here. Look at him.
This gonna go down so bad. This gonna go down as bad with Black Maga as these bank statements are gonna go down when family and partners see you donated to Crystal. We're not letting this slide. Funds go to making sure Crystal lands on her feet after this betrayal. She gonna have to be on her feet. I don't think she can drive. So she gonna be on her. She been on her feet. She been on her feet. No white person should lose their job for refusing to be harassed by Somalians. Now, could a black person lose their job for being harassed by Somalians? Yes. Latino? Definitely. Okay. Now, what about if a white person is doing the harassment? Then it's mutual combat. Gotcha. Okay. All right. No, it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear to me. I think it's pretty clear to Black Maga too.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
And here we get the best the internet has to offer. You did nothing wrong. Keep the faith, sister. Justified reaction. No more should Americans tolerate these third world invaders and their vile behavior. She's a decent woman who shouldn't have to deal with these imports who contribute nothing. We got a third world and a contribute nothing. Just me blind going on to the page. Did y'all take Trump's phone or he still got it? Well, he need to change the language up. Not everybody has that limited scope of memory. And no, like we remember last week.
And they contribute nothing. The welfare is like 88%. They contribute nothing.
In fact, we can remember last week, last month, and last year. And I can tell you this, Shiloh Hendrix gotta be furious. She gotta be furious. She took Shiloh Hendrix' whole scheme bar for bar. Not all, from the racism to the GoFundMe.
There was this white woman named Shiloh Hendrix who called a black baby the N-word. And then when she was exposed, she went on to raise, I think it's at $1 million now. She has raised $1 million on this crowdfunding page for calling a black kid the N-word, right?
And what makes matters worse is she was able to do this after Shiloh came and told y'all that y'all got. She literally came back and told y'all that you got. And she got her money and you ain't gonna be seeing and hearing from her no more. And y'all still couldn't wait to give y'all money up. You know what? Now I see why it's so much hiding and fake accounts and stuff like that on the internet, because it's too easy. You know what I mean? It's too easy. You know what I mean? How am I sit there and look my kids in the eye and tell them to go to school and tell them to work hard and tell them and try and teach them the value of $1, knowing they could create just a fake racist account and just grift right wingers out of their money this easily. The lady said she was racist and y'all gave it right up.
There are a lot of people who think that this has all been a scam, that I haven't been getting my money and that it's not going to me. I have gotten every dime of my money.
Wait a minute. You should give the Maga some credit, because this hasn't worked all the time. You remember the Karen in Columbus, Ohio? Yeah, I hope Trump deports you. Yeah, no, they packed that one up.
And now she realizes that was hurtful and wrong. A lot of you sent me the link to the GoFundMe, but this woman does not deserve to make any money off of this. And people were actually donating to it. Her goal was $5,000. And as of last night, she was up to $1,132. Well, guess what? GoFundMe didn't appreciate it because as of this morning, fundraiser not found. Sorry, Stephanie. Consequences.
Now, wait a minute. She deleted the whole GoFundMe, but I think she just did that out of shame. I think she did that out of shame once the whole thing came public. Cause I remember she came in and she said that she had been hacked. And I think that was out of shame. Cause Shiloh Hendrix and they ain't got no, I was hacked. Like they literally, like she in her uniform. She might as well have her license on the counter. So ain't no, I was hacked. And clearly it's no shame. We saw the DX chop. So shame is long gone. So, you know, the pushback is going to have to be different.
At this point, you guys, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? You know, it's her freedom of speech. What are people tagging me for? What am I supposed to do about, what am I, Batman? But what I will say is this. It would be such a shame. Such a shame. Now, follow me here. It would be such a shame if a bunch of people made the minimum donation and then immediately disputed it with their bank. That would be so horrible if people donated to her, maybe all in the same day. I don't know, maybe tomorrow. Let's just get crazy. Let's say tomorrow. Let's say a bunch of people made minimum donations and then immediately got buyer's remorse and they contacted their bank and filed a dispute. That would raise red flags in the system and it would automatically trigger not only a freeze, it would shut down that account. See, the way these payment processors work is they work on an algorithm and they work on a ratio and percentages. And there is a certain percentage you cannot hit with your account in disputes. And with Stripe or Square or any of the popular platforms, that's usually 8% to about 1%. So if somebody has earned $20,000, it would only take about 40 disputes before that entire account is going to be shut down because it's considered high risk. And see, the last time this happened, we dealt with the payment processor. We dealt with the website. They wouldn't take it down. We dealt with the payment processor and we saw how that turned out because racist is going to be racist. You know, they could just choose to give them the money anyway. Maybe it's time to hit somebody else in those pockets. I'm not saying anybody should do that, but I'm just saying, I think maybe if the bank started to incur some damages to, I don't know, say $30 a piece for all these disputes, maybe they would start taking this shit more seriously. And even if they don't take it seriously, imagine all of that adding up, all of those disputes and those fees adding up. How much money are you really going to go home with?
Now that is fascinating. That is interesting because around the time of the Shiloh Hendrix video, I was talking about Give, Send, Go and the dubious history and background of the people behind that platform. I never got around to making that video, but here we go again with Give, Send, Go. Y'all just continue to give me the content. Like you give me the content, kind of like she gave her manager all the things that he needed. Like when he called her in the office, he just was like, tell me what you did today. And like everything she did, he wrote down and was like, that's why you being let go. Like you gave us it all. Well, this is the thing, Maga. At least you know your money, apparently hard earned money, right? Because only the black and browns and the immigrants are the people that bilk the system, right? So we know you guys work hard for y'all. At least it's going to a good place. And the little racist trash will blow it on drugs. Congrats, MAGA is gullible again. Well, you know, you win some, you lose some. You know, you probably would have been better off taking her to the Subway and buying her a sandwich, but you decided you just want to throw on the Give, Send, Go. Charged doesn't mean convicted. Oh, okay. So now we want to show some nuance when it comes to these things. Now we want to show some nuance. It's fascinating that you should happen to bring that up now. Because you don't seem to really have any interest in nuance, facts, information, or dare I say, research when it comes to how you characterize others.
How's this? No, I don't like Somalis. I don't want them in my country, and they bring absolutely nothing of value here. And I know people are going to sit there and scream and cry, oh my gosh, the statistics, they're so racist. But at the end of the day, the facts are the facts, and I'm not going to apologize for that. I mean, genuinely, what have they brought of value here? And I'm not saying that they're all bad on an individual level. I understand that people who lack nuance aren't going to be able to comprehend that as a collective they're bad. Individuals, I'm sure that there are some that are fine, just like any other population. But if you look at the violent crime statistics, you would see that it's not stopping when they get to America. Somalia has a terrible problem with violent crime. They come into places like Minnesota, and despite being an extremely disproportionate amount of the population, their violent crime rates are sky high. It's absolutely disgusting doing some of the worst atrocities like on girls, because over there in their country, they do not value women. They do not see them as an equal, and they are totally okay with things like child marriage. In fact, when there was a law proposed to raise the marriage age to 18 years old, the protest got so bad from the grown men that the courts decided that they were just going to leave it at the age of 9.
We about to fact check this. First, if you mess with me, make sure you hit that follow button. Let's get it. What the hell is she talking about? First, Somalis in Minnesota are not committing crime. In fact, Minnesota has the 13th lowest homicide rate. Not to mention that Minnesota is not even in the top 25 when it comes to assault rates. Mind you, 6 out of 7 of these states voted for Trump. Not to mention that 55% of the abuse are done by white men in America. And then you said that Somali changed their age of marriage back to 9. Straight BS. Just like America, Somali doesn't have a minimum age of marriage. Literally just last month they passed a bill protecting children. I mean, they're literally working with Save the Children Foundation. Like, dang, Somalis in Minnesota can't catch a break?
But you didn't care about any of that, did you? And you don't care about it now, which is why you were in such a hurry to give money to the lady that admitted she was racist. And in doing so, you not only outed yourselves, you made fools of the black Magas and the Latinos for Trump, and dare I say even the Muslims for Trump, and even the Somalians for Trump, because we addressed them in our last video. So how's that looking about now? They are literally quoting the president to push their racist agenda. You done pulled him into this. Now, he belonged in this, but you are the kind of people that would try and deny it. Now look at you. Yep. Guilty and broke. And in that regard, I feel terrible that this happened to those unfortunate folks that were just looking to get a Cinnabon. But I love what you did to your movement.
A few moments later.
Hey, Maga, come look at this. For what it's worth, the former Cinnabon employee fired for yelling ends at Somali customers who reportedly harassed her for displaying her body appears to be a Democrat. I was curious about the background on the incident and found her Facebook page. This was among her photos. Not only a Biden-Harris sign, but a women's choice is on the ballot. Vote Democrat.
I say, and then I start to smell them. So it's like a smell that tastes like other. So I knew something was wrong. I knew something special about it.
Hey, Maga. Boy, these grift allegations are airtight, boy. They are this too much evidence. This is one of those over-the-top, heavy-handed Law and Order episodes. This too much evidence. You know what I mean? Don't hit me over the head with it. Don't hit me over the head with it. Maga, you ain't gonna say nothing? And we up over $120,000 now. $120,000 for the white supremacist Biden-Harris women's choices on the vote Cinnabon employee. Ooh, boy, these gonna make for some awkward kitchen conversations, ain't it? Ain't it? Yeah, these gonna make, somebody gonna get divorced behind it, like Shiloh Hendrix. Y'all remember that Shiloh someday? Somebody gonna get divorced behind. Oh, there's more?
Yeah, boy.
They've turned on that racist who got sacked because she has mixed race kids. There you see the quote hero. Yeah, I can't support this one. Went off half cocked and propped up. Wow. She has what looks like a brown kid. She has mixed kids with black and Hispanic. She's a criminal and a crackhead and couldn't keep her pants on. Wow. So she wasn't a criminal and crackhead till she had mixed kids. Then she became a criminal and a crackhead. You guys You're so myopic. You can't see past your own racism to think about the arguments you're going to have to make tomorrow when you've just ceded now she's a criminal and a crackhead because she has mixed kids. Well, I tell you this, she 120 grand richer. She 120, y'all money. Y'all want to lead back to racism? Y'all want to lead back to racism? That's how it's going to go. Congratulations, you are our racist of the week. Thanks for coming. And you could go ahead and sell that. It would probably replace some of the funds that have been lost because you donated to Crystal. Crystal. I ain't see it on the sheet, but I seen the TikToks.
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I wanted to share with you something that touched me. I got this email. Hi, Mr. Waters. I'd like to know if you have to be a member in order to buy merch. You better not be, because if so, I'm snitching. You know who you are.
I want to snitch. I want to tell. Whatever they call snitching, I want to do it. And I want to make it cool to do it.
I'm a 66-year-old gal on a laughably low income and want to be a member, but feel bad about only sending $1.99. How can I help the channel? Now, I want to tell you how much gratitude I have for that $1.99, but I also want to tell you it's not needed. The most important thing you can do is to show the care and concern and love that it took to compose that email. There are plenty of things you can do that help the channel, like in sharing the videos. Also, sharing doesn't have to be online. How about word of mouth? You know, they say nobody likes a gossip, but I love a gossip. Go ahead and tell everybody far and wide about the channel. And the gossip don't have to be about the channel too. I like regular gossip. You can tell me anything about anybody. I'm interested.
Stop it. Get some help.
I might even turn it into a video. Plenty of you guys have sent me suggestions for topics that have turned into troubled waters, racist of the week, street politics, you name it. It helps the channel when you buy merch. Now, see, one of the things I do is my merch spreads faster than my word of mouth. Cause when I see people, like my chest hits first. So I got a whole front porch, so my chest hit them before any of my words can hit them. So that's why I like to wear my merch. That's why I do that. Becoming a member, hugely helpful to the channel. Attending the premieres. I premiere all of my videos and attendance helps boost it in the algorithm. Hugely helpful. And of course, if you have a particular set of skills and you have time and energy and you want to help the channel, of course, I'll put out the word. We're looking for editors. We're always looking for additional mods as well as research. And one of the other ways that you can help the channel, is by subscribing. I know a lot of you guys think you're subscribed. I see the truth. I see that I can see it from here. I ain't want to say nothing. You know what I mean? I ain't want to say nothing, get in your business, but we can see that. You know, so you know what I mean? Just handle that. Handle that on your own time.
Mind your business, that's all. Mind your business.
Of course, dropping comments is always hugely helpful, and it picks me up. I just got a comment the other day from a grandmother in Australia. And getting your emails at admin@ReeseWaters.com. Like this one. Hey, Reese and Miss Ray, my merch came in. I'm so excited to send the pic, and a huge thank you to everyone who's involved in making it all happen. Proud to be a member of the RW community and family. Thank you and the amazing Mod Squad for all that you do. With love and appreciation, representing Boston, Bella Fine 747. And representing it very well, might I add. I appreciate it, Bella Fine. I haven't been this happy to hear from Boston. It's probably been since the Tea Party. They've been disappointing. They've gone by the wayside since the Tea Party. But this is a step in the right direction. I can tell you that right now.